What's going on, guys? Dylan Rich, SDR Whisperer, coming at you again with another insightful video about sales and life. Big topic that everyone talks about, and I see a lot of people dogging a 9 to 5. Everyone talks down on a 9 to 5, you're in the matrix, you're in the rat race, you don't know anything, you don't have any goals. I'm here to tell you that having a 9 to 5 or a regular job or whatever you want to call it is 100% totally cool. And there's a lot of people who work in the confines of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. that make way more money than people who are entrepreneurs. Just because you're an entrepreneur does not mean that you make any money and you're not struggling. So, big topic, 9 to 5 versus entrepreneurship. Which one works the best for you? So it really comes down to who you are as a person. So in entrepreneurship, there's a couple of traits that I see that really determine a successful entrepreneur to a not successful entrepreneur. So a couple of those skills is gonna be your risk tolerance. So in entrepreneurship, there is no safety net. If you have a bad month, you had a really bad month because you don't make a salary. You don't have a guaranteed income as an entrepreneur. That could be terrifying, right? If you are a family man, you have kids, you have a mortgage payment, you have a significant other, you have a car note, like all of those things don't care that your business had a bad month. They're still gonna be due at the end of the month, at the beginning of the month, whenever your bills are due. So you need to have a very high risk tolerance to live that type of life day in and day out, not knowing when your next dollar is gonna hit your bank account. So if you don't have a risk tolerance, or what I just said made you feel like your skin is crawling, maybe you shouldn't be an entrepreneur, and that's totally fine, right? The world doesn't need any more entrepreneurs. The world might need more 9 to 5ers, right? It really comes down to what makes sense for you as a person. Another one is going to be networking and fast decision making for an entrepreneur. So you have to actually be a problem solver because the buck stops with you as an entrepreneur. If you worked a 9 to 5, and I did for 10 years, you have other people that are hired to do specific aspects of the business, right? I was an account executive for a SaaS company, right? I didn't deal with HR. Once the deal closed, I didn't deal with fulfillment of that client. I didn't set up the website. I didn't do any marketing. I didn't do any social media. I damn sure didn't make any content like I am right now. There was other people that were hired for that. So, as an entrepreneur, you have to do all of those things or get good at those enough to hire other people and be able to afford those other people to do those services for you. So, if you're someone like, I just want to do one thing and be really good at one thing, then you probably shouldn't be an entrepreneur because you can't do that. It's impossible. Your business will never grow and flourish. So those are probably the two biggest traits or characteristics that I would kind of see in successful entrepreneurs, is that they're go-getters, they're able to solve multiple problems, and they have a very high risk tolerance. So if you don't have those two, or they just don't feel like you might want to go down the 9 to 5 route. So if you are going to go down the 9 to 5 route, have a clear set of goals, right? A big problem, and what I see a lot of people do is like they have their 30th work anniversary somewhere. They have a cake in like an office room, right? In artificial lighting with people that you really don't care about that much. Like, do you want to work at the same place doing the same thing for 30 years of your life? Some people do, but I guarantee that was not something that they wrote down in 3rd grade of like, what are your goals in life? What do you want to become? No one's like, I want to be 30 years an accountant at a $200 million company. So have a clear plan of what it is that you want to achieve personally and in your business life, and then make sure that you're hitting those, right? Just because someone gives you a big bonus doesn't mean you got to stick around for another year, right? Or, oh yeah, well, they dangle the carrot in front of your head. This happens all the time in sales. If you do this and this for this amount of time, you get promoted. Like, if that's not happening, leave. Get a new job. I got promoted from an SDR to an AE because I left the company that was waiting to promote me. They took 18 to 20 months. I was hitting quota. I was a very high performing SDR, but they had to let me wait. In actuality, the business just made more money because I was good at my job and they didn't want to find someone new to replace me. So instead of promoting me, they made more money and it made more sense business-wise to keep me where I was at. That's fair for the business. That's not fair for me. So don't be collateral. Businesses don't truly care about you as much as you think they do. You're not special. You're replaceable. They can get a new you any day of the week. So loyalty only goes so far in business. So just make sure that businesses aren't taking advantage of you and your unique skill set and your knowledge, because you are worth as much as you think you're worth. So make sure that you're always not falling in love with the business or not falling in love with what you're doing. You need to be moving upwards. You need to be making more money, getting more skills. And sometimes the best way to do that is to find a new job, new company, or a new career. So if you're in the 9-to-5 and you're like, I hate this, I hate getting micromanaged, I think I have more to give to the world than what I'm doing right now, I'm only making X number because that's my salary and I can't cross that ceiling unless I put 3 years of work into something, then maybe you want to start a side hustle. At least put your toe in the water of the entrepreneurial fountain. Try it out, right? Take a skill set that you're already doing and getting paid for and see if you could just provide that to a new set of people on your own. And the beautiful thing is that you make as much as you want to make, right? So let's say you're in recruiting, right? You're really good at recruiting, but there's really no upwards mobility. You don't want to become a manager. That's just not what you want to do. So you should be doing consulting, right? You can still provide value to the marketplace outside of your business, right? So start a business on the side. Don't quit your job immediately. Provide that same skill set that you're doing on a daily basis to a different set of people on a one-off basis. Test it out. If you like it and you start making money in that, then once your income in the side hustle, either hits or becomes close to what you're making at the 9-to-5, then quit, right? Because the worst case scenario is, say you're making $100,000 a year as a recruiter, right? You start a side hustle and you're starting to make 10 grand a month doing the consulting, right? You have 2 $5,000 a month clients. Whoa, now I just doubled my income. So what you could do now is quit the 9-to-5 and really work on your own business. Say you get to $15,000 or $20,000 or $50,000 a month. That's money that you would never ever make in the 9-to-5. Really high reward, but also high risk because now you don't have that salary. If your 2 clients leave, you're at $0 a month. But the worst case scenario is this fails. You already have the knowledge and the experience to just get another recruiting job making the same amount of money or even more, right? So it's really a delicate balancing act of the 9-to-5 versus entrepreneurship versus side hustle. So it really comes down to taking a look in the mirror, understanding where you're at in life. Are you happy with where you're at? Do you think you can be further along the path? If you are, great. Fucking do something about it. Start the side hustle, learn something new, ask for a raise, get a new job, get out of your comfort zone and start living a little bit. Thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button.